I've been itching to get in on this one. Because I think what we're not seeing is that this is not about, oh, these are the only issues that are important. I don't think anybody put that as their first priority when they made this, or even their second priority. It's, of course, first, getting the message, it's cool to vote, and you should do it. And everybody has a cause celeb, something close to their heart. Everyone has a reason that they should do this cool thing. And so they're establishing these ideas that, well, if you don't care about this, maybe this moves you or that moves you, and you need to be passionate about it enough to vote. One of those things we're going to hit on may pull you in. And so it's cool. And then here you have a cause, you're doing something good. It's building that we are socially doing good things together when we all vote. And it's not even really exploring, again, anything that's really pressing current or on the table now. But here, I think, is why. They want to establish a voting habit in people. And they want to make this simple for them. Pick an issue. Make sure you vote on it. We'll tell you how. We'll tell you who. And that's all you do. And then you have this great feeling of being part of the tribe that is socially responsible and working for a better America in that area because you vote for that thing. It is not about what's serious or not on the ballot or who is on the ballot. It's about establishing a lifelong pattern of doing this way, because those issues will come up again and again and again. It has very little to do with substance and everything to do with establishing the habit and the process by which they get into the habit.
Absolutely. And you just made me think of that episode of South Park where everybody starts driving Priuses and the smug that gets generated. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to create that kind of climate of this is what the socially acceptable, this is the correct thing. You are part of that tribe, as you said, and that's really effective. I mean, it's going to work for a certain segment of the population. I will say that for certain, this ad is going to alienate a lot of millennials. This is going to alienate a lot of millennials because, we might see the response on the ad's Facebook page or whatever. We might see the people who are clearly leftists and are down that path, who are responding to it and saying, "Oh, this is excellent. We need 1 billion of these." But I mean, as Andy said before, the labor participation rate, that's a lot of millennials out there that are not in the workforce. I mean, there's a lot of millennials out there who are struggling, and when they get this kind of ad in their feed, when they see, okay, so what exactly here is it that I'm supposed to pay attention to? Okay, I'm fine with gay marriage, of course, equality, and sure, my friend smokes weed, so yeah, that's fine. But there's nothing really serious in this ad, and when they think of voting, they think of serious business. I think, at least, there's going to be significant number of millennials who are not going to respond well to this ad.
I don't think they'll do it publicly. That isn't where I wanted to go, but I don't think that will raise the furor that you're thinking it will raise. Individually, they might think, "Oh, this is horrible," but that message will not go out. The message of, "Hey, this is great," will go out. Right.
Yes.
That said, also, if you look at the actual issues that they're talking about, marijuana legalization, what has the president's policies been up until recently? Even if marijuana was legal in a state, they were having raids everywhere. This is not an administration that has done anything for Little John in that way. When you look at something like, oh God, what was one of the other ones that I just thought jumped out at me? Human rights. Who are we supporting in certain places that are very, very awful on human rights? A lot of Middle Eastern nations in which we're meddling and allies that we have, that's not working out for them too well either. When you're talking about prison reform, you just had Democrats in the Senate, if I'm not mistaken, put that completely down. And bills that had been out there. These guys are wrong on these issues too, but you're not going to find that being told anywhere. You're not going to see Republicans coming back and saying, oh, here, and what I'd love to see done with this ad is playing it, and then as it gets to one of those, I'm here because I'm talking about marriage equality, bing, and then a buzzer that says wrong, and then here's where they failed. And then here, I'm talking about marijuana legalization, bing, here's where they're wrong, and you freeze it every time there's something like that. I think that'd be an effective counter. Somebody should do that.